So you're finally up for it. You've established that in order for your life to change, you need to do a dopamine detox. So, how do you go about it? Maybe you've already tried a few times and found yourself struggling to keep up with it. Found it very difficult for you to stop picking up your phone like every few minutes and to check your YouTube, your Instagram, TikTok, or whatever it is that is catching your eye and drawing your attention in. The thing is, it's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be difficult to make this transition from being distracted constantly to having focus and energy and motivation for the things that truly matter. So, of course, it's going to be very difficult, right? But don't let that be the thing that demotivates you to keep on going. Because this is the most important thing that you are going to do in your life. Everything that happens past this point will be possible through the new focus and new energy that you have obtained thanks to the dopamine detox and the inner work. And in this video, I will be going over how to do a proper dopamine detox. In order to tell you about this, I have to kind of tell you about my experience with it. You see, it was not a few months ago that I first stumbled upon the dopamine detox. I've known about this for a few years. And I have attempted to detox many different times. And every time I found myself failing, I would go without pornography for a few days and catch myself jerking off to porn. I would go without alcohol for a few days and then find myself drinking heavily at a party. And I tried to go without watching people play video games or playing video games myself. And I would once again fall back into that past behavior. And why is this? Well, this is because I didn't have a real purpose in my life. I was trying to avoid doing all these things without having created something new. And that's the real problem. The problem is most likely you don't know yet what your purpose is. You have to find that first. And that might require some time. You see, for me, I feel incredibly motivated to help people with ADHD reach their true potential. Because I feel that I'm getting closer and closer every day to reaching mine. And when I see how society looks upon people with ADHD, I get pretty upset. Because they look at us as if we have this disability that needs to be medicalized. While instead, we are just people who are hypersensitive, and we need to learn how to deal with our emotions that arise whenever we are triggered by some stimulus in our environment. And that can be someone doing something or us seeing something, smelling something, touching something. It doesn't matter. What matters is what it does to us. And that's why you will see people present different ADHD symptoms throughout a population. Nobody has the same exact ADHD symptoms, right? We all exhibit somewhat similar symptoms, but the way it impacts our life seems to vary a lot. But in the end, what we have in common is that we are all very sensitive. And the thing is, we are all not dealing properly with this sensitivity. We are numbing ourselves with these high dopamine influences that numb our brain so that we don't have to feel these intense emotions for a second. And we can just let that go. But the thing is, you can actually let those emotions go yourself. And that is through the inner work. Now, after you've already started doing some of the inner work, the most important thing is to first find something that motivates you that is somewhat productive. And it doesn't matter what that is. The first thing for me that helped a lot was exercise. Now, the nice thing about exercise is it's a thing that is very easy to get into. You don't have to have a PhD in exercise to start exercising, right? And no matter what your exercise is, it's something that you can just do whenever you want to. And the great thing about it also, it's not just that it's healthy for you, it's not just that it makes you feel better, but also it makes you stronger, it makes you fitter, it makes you more muscular. You can literally see your progress as you work out. And the great thing about that is something that we as ADHDers really need. We need to see progress. We need to see what we're doing. Because if we're putting a lot of effort into something and we're not seeing immediately what it is doing to us, what we're achieving, then we can very easily lose motivation and lose focus. Now, nowadays, that is not a problem for me anymore. I put in a lot of effort into my company, even though I know that right now it's not paying dividends yet, but it will in the future. But in the past, I had the exact same problem. I could not focus on writing a paper unless I knew exactly what that paper would mean to society. So if I had to do some sort of exercise for school that had no other purpose than just to be an exercise, a learning exercise, then inherently I would lose my motivation. But with working out, you can immediately see your progress, especially if coupled with good diet. So I want you to start there. Now, if gym is not really your thing, that's fine. You can just choose a team sport. Find something that you like doing and really commit to it. Don't just do it once in a while. Make it like a daily habit if you can. It will really, really, really start making your body engage and therefore also your brain. You will start feeling more clear-minded and more energetic as a result. Now, the second thing I want you to do, I want you to meditate. And maybe you've tried meditation before. Maybe you've found it to be somewhat relaxing, but not something that you can do for a prolonged period of time. Maybe it actually makes you restless. Maybe you just think it's all just a lot of baloney. Whatever the case may be, meditation was one of those things that helped me throughout my transformation. It's one of those things, if I hadn't done it, I probably wouldn't have been here right now. I wouldn't have had this energy and this focus. If you want this as well, you gotta really, really, really gotta meditate. And start small. The point of meditation is not to become enlightened in the exercise. It's not to become good at meditation. The point of meditation is that it allows you to get in touch with yourself and to feel what is going on inside of your body, inside of your mind, inside of your entire system. And through this consciousness, you will become more in touch with your emotions. And that is exactly what you need to be able to get the benefits from the inner work. So meditation is integral to my transformation method. Now, maybe a minute for you is already a big deal. Okay, then let's start with a minute and work upwards to another minute. See how long you can meditate. And it's not about whether you're free from thoughts. It's fine if you're thinking about things. Maybe even if you're sitting there for like 20 minutes and you're just thinking about things, even that is valuable because you're taking a step. And next time you're going to become a bit more conscious, right? And not every meditation is the same as the other one. The point is, it is about letting go. It's about letting go of all the thoughts, of all the things that are going on right now, as much as you can, but not beating yourself up over it if it's not happening in that moment, right? So don't become mad at yourself for having thoughts. That is okay. The entire point is just to accept that. Now, if you want a meditation app to get you started, I suggest using the Waking Up app by Sam Harris. It's a very nice app to use. Also, if you can't pay for it, you can actually get it for free. I'm not sponsored in any way, so this is just my personal preference. You can also just sit without any music, any person talking. Just close your eyes and sit there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and just sit there and just see what occurs. And the fourth thing is, of course, diet. To make the change towards a healthier diet, it is integral that you make small steps. So, if you are used to eating a lot of sweets, don't just cut out all sweets at once and just think, I'm just going to eat vegetables all the time now, because that's not sustainable. Try to make it fun for yourself. What I do personally, I eat protein bars that I really like, or I'll have some sugar-free soda. Those things give me kind of the experience that I'm actually consuming sugar while I'm not actually consuming sugar. Plus, I've done the research on these sugar-free additives. They are a lot healthier than sugar. If you want to look this kind of information up, if you're skeptical about it, you can check out Dr. Lane Norton. He talks about nutrition. He talks about sugar substitutes, and he shows that sugar substitutes are a lot healthier for you. But maybe you're just like into snacking. You like fries and such. Oh, you know what you can do? You can make the step towards air fryer fries. You all of a sudden take away half the calories and you still have the experience of eating fries, right? These changes make it so that you can still have fun with your diet while you're getting healthier. And the more and more you make these changes, the more natural you'll gravitate towards a healthier diet. To the extent that you might not even have the need anymore to eat unhealthy. And this will all contribute to your progress. It will contribute to your thinking. It will contribute to how you feel, to lessening your anxiety, to alleviating your ADHD symptoms. So to recap, I want you to exercise. I want you to exercise every single day in some way or form. If that is just taking a walk outside, that is already a start. Then I want you to meditate. I really want you to meditate. Try to see if you can meditate for as long as you can until you feel like I've done enough. And it's not about how good you do it, it's about that you do it. And then, of course, I want you to focus on your diet and just to see what you can achieve there by making some subtle changes. You'll be astounded for how much you can achieve. Combine these things, and I'm very, very sure that you'll see progress soon. And especially combined with the inner work. I'm very interested to see how it's going to be going for you guys. So drop me a comment in the comments if you have some experience with this. And I will see you in the next video.